Well, good morning. Today is laundry day. Look at the weather. So I'm on my way to just a few steps away from the hotel. Maybe like 300-meter walk in this really heavy rain. This is how it rains over here. Sudden downpour and then it just dies down. Then everything's wet. Some urban flooding and then it goes away right quickly. Yeah.
We started the day late because of the early morning rains. We headed off to Cloud 9, a famous beach area where surfers hang out and where you can get a glimpse of them from the viewing deck. Of course, when in Siargao, you start the day off first with a hearty meal. This time around, we went to Loca Restaurant and Bar, which did not disappoint. We had some traditional Filipino favorites while enjoying the fresh breeze from the sea, although it did start raining a little bit. After breakfast and a break from the rain, we took the opportunity to clown around and take some iconic pictures. We had to get on the tree first, which did require some balancing, which would have been easier for me a couple of decades back. The Cloud 9 deck is iconic of Siargao. Do a little Googling of this island and this is the first picture you'll encounter. That's because Siargao was made famous first in the 80s when international surfers like Tony Grudza and Steve Jones traveled around the world looking for the perfect wave. They stumbled upon this island inhabited by simple fishing communities at the time. In the 90s, pro surfer and photographer John Callahan did an article on Surfer magazine showcasing the island's waves. He named this particular spot after a local chocolate bar that was there at the time. Okay, here we go. On our way to the secret beach. This private villa is here beside, but over here is the way to the secret beach. Little did we know that the stretch of beach on our left was already secret beach, but we were still curious as to what was at the end of this peninsula, and there was a trail, so we just kept walking to see what we might stumble upon. Okay, so at the end of the archipelago there's like a secret beach, or this is called Doot Beach. It's away from the other side there. I'm going to display a map right here, see where exactly it is in relation to General Luna, but this beach is facing inland and they have marshes over there and mangroves and all that. The ocean is on the other side of this peninsula. This is facing southwest over here. The sun will set, and because of that, this is very peaceful water. It's protected from all the winds and all the waves. The water is very warm. So, secret beach. So they have these little patches of beach on the other side of the little archipelago. We were on the other side, facing north. Has nice sand, but as soon as you enter the water, there's a lot of debris. I mean, natural debris. It's not smooth on the feet, but it's a good place to hang out. Pictures, I guess. Sundays. Well, we asked the guard over there what this whole place is all about. Apparently, this resort that bought this side of the archipelago actually owns even this little passageway here that they've opened up to the public, and they used to have a spot there they used to maintain with nice grass and everything. Of course, they don't maintain it anymore because the grass gets ruined by picnic goers, and then they leave trash and all. So the guards make sure that people don't bring in any trash, they don't bring in any picnic stuff. They just go there to experience the beach, nothing else. I think it was good that the owner allowed this access to the public so they can experience a little bit of nice beach area over there. The public street that comes from the city into this area ends actually over here. So there's very few cars that pass by here, and the street very nicely built, concrete. Since there's very few cars, it's become popular with the locals doing things like skateboarding and playing games on the street. On part 1 of this Siargao series, we visited the Afam Bridge. Afam means a foreigner assigned to Manila, which used to refer to professionals, but is now just a term for Westerners in the country. Anyway, that bridge wasn't as alive as we had seen in previous videos. Locals told us that this is where they are now all hanging out for the sunset. It's got the vibe, street vendors, activity, and an actual beach right there to watch the sunset. According to one street vendor, this crowd was small compared to its normal size, probably because it was a rainy day. In line with our goal of trying nice restaurants in the area, we decided to go to the supposedly best Spanish restaurant on the island, Bravo. The dining area was situated at the end of a garden maze, which was quite interesting and seemed to create a very relaxing atmosphere for hotel guests. The food was, once again, impressive, though a bit on the pricey side.
Okay, breakfast on our last day over here.
But it's okay, we're still eating.
Walking through the resort, signal number 2, or just signal number 1.
Good morning from Siargao Island Villas over here in the island of Siargao. Last few hours, actually, we checked out in a few minutes. Just final thoughts. This was a really fun time over here, despite the weather. We get to experience the typhoon-like environment over here in the island. Strangely, it didn't really seem to affect the tourism. People just walk around in umbrellas, barefoot, or in slippers because their feet get wet. So we did the same thing, walking around in slippers. We had a really memorable time over here. Experienced all the good international cuisine and some Filipino cuisine too. And enjoyed our stay over here at Siargao Island Villas. Indonesian theme, but still very local in flavor. That's it. Maybe I have more to say later, but for now, saying goodbye to this wonderful place. We'll see if we can come back in the future and experience more of the other beaches on the north side that we weren't able to go to. The other thing we weren't able to do was rent a motorbike to go around different places. And we also discovered the secret beach late in the game, so we'll probably have to come back to that later. This is me signing off. We'll see you on the next vlog. Always stay in motion. Because movement is good for the soul. See ya on the next vlog. Bye!